Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Naila Shakina. I'm a student at the Faculty of Science and Technology. My aim in making this assessment is to fulfill the final assessment in the course Sejarah Peradaban Islam. Okay, we go to the next slide. Okay, in this slide, I want to tell you about the history of Islam in China. Islam has a long story in Tiongkok. The history of Islam in China dates back to the 7th century, starting from the time of the Caliphate of Khulafaur Rashidin, yeah, and coinciding with the region of the Tang Dynasty in 608 AD until 907 AD. Islam spread in China through land and sea trade, and Islam arrived in China through Muslim traders from Arabia, Persia, and South Asia who interacted with local residents. Okay, the second slide is a continuation of the first slide. This slide is still talk about the history of Islam in China. Caliphate Osman bin Affan invited Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas to meet Emperor Yonghai in 651 AD. The meeting between Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas and Emperor Yonghai marked the beginning of diplomatic relations between China and Islam countries. A milestone in the success of Islam and Chinese diplomacy was the establishment of the Huaisheng Mosque or Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas Mosque in Guangzhou. Okay guys, before we go to the next slide, I will to tell you about a little bit story about Islam. The history of Islamic civilization in China spans over 1,300,000 years, beginning in the Tang Dynasty 618 until 907 CE. Islam first arrived in China through Arab and Persian traders along the Silk Road and Mediterranean. Their early Muslim communities were concentrated in port cities like Guangzhou, and Yangzhou. Historical records suggest that the first mosque in China, the Huaisheng Mosque in Guangzhou, was built in the 7th century. During the Yuan dynasty, under Mongol rule, the Muslim population grew significantly as many Central Asian Muslims were brought to the China to serve as administration, scientists, and craftsmen. This period marked a flourishing of Islamic contribution to Chinese society, including advancement in astronomy, medicine, and architecture. Okay, I will tell you the story of Tang Dynasty. Tang Dynasty is one of the largest and most influential dynasties in China's history. It ruled for nearly 300 years, beginning with the founding by Li Yuan, later known as Emperor Gaozu. The Tang Dynasty is considered the pioneer school of ancient Chinese culture and prosperity with major contribution to art, literature, science, politics, and international relations. The Ming Dynasty story is one of the largest dynasties in Chinese history, known for its advances in politics, economics, culture, and the arts. It was founded by Zhu Yuanzhang, later Emperor Hongwu, after overthrowing the Mongol-eyed Yuan dynasty. The Ming Dynasty was a glorious period in China's history that saw great advances in government, economy, art, and culture. However, internal and external problems eventually led to the dynasty's collapse. Yeah, it's mean like the Ming Dynasty saw further integration of Muslim into Chinese society. Hui Muslims, a distinct ethnic group, emerged during this time, blending Islamic tradition with Chinese culture. Many Muslims adopted Chinese surnames and architectural style, creating a unique fusion of Islamic and Chinese art and identity. The third dynasty is Qing dynasty. Under the Qing dynasty, Muslims faced periodic persecution, such as during the Dungan Revolt in northwest China. Despite these challenges, Muslim communities in regions like Xinjiang, Ningxia, and Gansu maintained their religious practice and cultural identity. Okay, in my task, this is like a little bit history of Qing dynasty. The last dynasty to rule China, founded by Manchu tribe from Korea after overthrowing the Ming dynasty. It ruled China for nearly 270 years and became one of the longest ruling dynasties in China's history. The Qing dynasty was a large and powerful dynasty that ended Chinese rule by the original Chinese dynasties. Despite early prosperity, the dynasty's collapse was triggered by internal instability and external pressure, eventually leading to China's transition into the modern era. Several prominent Muslim figures have emerged from China throughout history, contributing to Islam's scholarship, cultural development, and integration into Chinese society. Muslims in China come from various ethnic groups, most notably the Hui and Uyghurs, and many have made important contributions to China's government, China's military, education, and culture. So I have several persons who who come from China, who Muslim figure came from China. The first is Ma Hongkui, the second is Zheng He, and then I have a little bit story about Zheng He. Zheng He is a famous Hui Muslim admiral during the Ming Dynasty. Zheng He led seven major maritime expeditions across Southeast Asia, South Asia, and East Africa. He played a significant role in establishing diplomatic and trade relations between China and the Islamic world. Okay, the third is Zhou Jianhua. The fourth is Jiang Zijianhua, and the last is Zhu Zaiqing. The history of Islam in China spans over 1,300,000 years and demonstrates the religion's remarkable adaptability and integration within a predominantly Confucian and Buddhist society. Islam was first introduced to China during the Tang Dynasty through trade along the Silk Road and maritime routes. Arab and Persian merchants established the earliest Muslim communities in port cities like Guangzhou and Guangzhou, building mosques and fostering cultural exchange. During that time, Islam was embraced as a religion of traders and diplomats, emphasizing mutual respect and cooperation. And then Under the Yuan dynasty, Islam gained significant influence as many Central Asian Muslims were brought to China to serve as administration, scientists, and artisans. This period marked a flourishing of Islamic contribution to Chinese society, including advancement in astronomy, medicine, and architecture. And the Qing dynasty posed challenge for Muslims with episodes of persecution and uprising, such as the Jungan Revolt. Despite these difficulties, Muslim communities preserved their faith and cultural identity, especially in regions like Xinjiang, Gansu, and Ningxia. Islam practices architecture, Islam practices architecture and education adapted to the local Chinese context, creating a distinctive Sino-Islamic civilization. And in the modern era, China remains home to a diverse Muslim population, including the Hui, Uyghur, and other ethnic groups. The legacy of Islam in China is visible in its architectural landmark, literary tradition, and the contribution of historical figures like Ji He. Jihi is a celebrated Muslim admiral, and Ma Dexin, a reformist scholar. The long history of Islam in China illustrates the resilience and adaptability of the Muslim community, as well as the dynamic interaction between Islamic and Chinese civilization. This legacy continues to shape the identity and culture of Chinese Muslims today, making them an integral part of China's multicultural heritage. Yeah, in my conclusion PowerPoint. Islam first entered China in the seventh century through trade and diplomacy, especially during the Tang Dynasty. The spread of Islam flourished during the Yuan Dynasty, which was ruled by Mongols who were tolerant of different religions. During the Ming and Qing dynasties, Muslims faced challenges, including rebellions and government policies that were sometimes unfriendly to certain religions. Nonetheless, Muslim communities, especially the Hui and Uyghur, continue to thrive and play an important role in China's culture and economy. And then, today, Islam remains an integral part of China's religious diversity. Although Muslims face challenges in practicing policies, under government policies. The history of Islam in China reflects its adaptation and evolving role in this multi-ethnic and multi-religious society. Okay guys, maybe that's all I can say about my material. More or less, I apologize. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.